Among the many heartfelt moments in Bluey, some carry a deeper meaning, one that hints at a hidden story within the Healer family. Clues scattered throughout the show suggest that before Bluey and Bingo, there may have been another sibling. But what if this isn't just a theory? What if Bluey's creator actually wrote an episode about a lost sibling? An episode that holds the key to a secret the show has quietly hidden in plain sight. Small details, passing glances, and carefully placed symbols all point to something deeper. Something the Healer family doesn't say out loud, but is always there. What are they trying to tell us? In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden details, starting with a family photo that might reveal more than you ever noticed. In the episode Puppets, we get a glimpse into Chili and Bandit's past. One particular photo shows a young, happy Chili posing in front of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary vacation snapshot, until you look a little closer. Chili's belly in the photo looks slightly rounder than usual. Could it be a baby bump? If so, it couldn't possibly have been Bluey in her belly because of the timeline so early in their marriage. This suggests something unexpected. Chili may have been pregnant long before Bluey was born. How do we know? Just look at Bandit's fur in the wedding photos. He has those signature tufts of fur on his cheeks, a sign of his youth. But by the time Bluey comes along, those tufts are noticeably thinner. Now, this baby bump could easily be brushed off as a coincidence, a trick of the light. But when you consider the other hints scattered throughout the series, it starts to seem less like coincidence and more like a carefully placed detail. Here's something interesting to think about. Why was there such a long gap between Chili and Bandit's wedding and Bluey's birth? The show never directly addresses this, but that small detail in the photo might hold the answer. If Chili was indeed pregnant at that time, it meant that Bluey and Bingo weren't the first little healers on the way. It also meant that Chili and Bandit experienced the loss of a child before they ever had the chance to meet them. And when you look at it that way, everything starts to make sense. That gap between their wedding and Bluey's birth, it may not have been just about waiting for the right time to start a family. It could have been about grieving, healing, and finding the strength to try again, just like so many real-life parents who have faced the same heartbreaking loss. Now, let's move on to another hidden detail. One of Bluey's most visually stunning episodes is Sleepy Time, where Bingo dreams of floating through space while her family is represented as different planets. It's a beautiful metaphor for a child's connection to their parents. But there's one detail that stands out. Each planet in the scene represents a family member. Bluey emerges from Venus, the second planet from the Sun, while Bingo comes from Earth, the third. But Mercury, the first planet, remains unhatched. Now, think about this for a second. If each child is represented by a planet, why is the first one missing? Fans believe this is another quiet tribute to Bluey and Bingo's older sibling, the first child, the one who was never born. Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun, remains a part of the family's universe, but never gets to join them in the same way. It's a powerful and deeply symbolic way of acknowledging that even a child who was never born is still forever connected to their family. These are just the first pieces of the puzzle, but the biggest clue is still to come. In one particular episode, Bluey doesn't just hint at this lost sibling, it practically confirms it. And once you see it, you'll never watch the show the same way again. Before we dive into this touching moment, we need your help. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and every single one makes a huge difference. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Bluey's hidden stories, consider subscribing. It's free, and it helps us bring you even more amazing Bluey content. Now, let's get back to the story. Hints and symbolism are one thing, but in one particular episode, Bluey goes beyond subtle clues, and directly acknowledges the loss of an unborn child. That episode is The Show, and there's a scene that hits differently once you know what to look for. Joe Brum, Bluey's creator, has confirmed this hidden story himself. In an interview, he revealed that Chili's first pregnancy ended in loss, and the show was his way of addressing it. In the show, Bluey and Bingo put on a play for Chili and Bandit, retelling their love story from the very beginning. They act out everything, from their parents' first meeting to Bandit's romantic proposal while backpacking. Then comes the part where Chili becomes pregnant. Bingo is playing the role of Chili and puts a balloon under her shirt to represent the baby. But look at Chili's reaction when that balloon suddenly pops. Her expression changes completely. There's a moment of silence, and Bandit instinctively reaches out to hold Chili's hand. It's a fleeting moment, one that young viewers might not even notice, but for adults, the emotion is unmistakable. The play quickly moves forward, skipping to a later pregnancy, which we assume to be Bluey's. But that brief pause, that shared look between Chili and Bandit, says everything. It tells a story of loss, one that doesn't need words to be understood. Despite the heartbreak, Chili carries on, because she has to. Her children still need her, and no matter what she's feeling inside, she continues to be their source of love and support. This is what makes her such a strong mother. She doesn't ignore the pain, but she also doesn't let it define her. Instead, she faces it, accepts it, and keeps moving forward. Earlier in the episode, she gives Bingo this same piece of advice. When something bad happens, allow yourself to feel it. Have a cry, dust yourself off, and keep going. And in that moment, we see that this isn't just advice. It's the way Chili has learned to live her own life. Sometimes the most powerful messages in Bluey come through visuals rather than words. Let's not forget the episode Rain, where a double rainbow appears after a storm, a beautiful symbol of hope and new beginnings. Now, here's the interesting part. This is the only time rainbows ever appear in the entire series. And standing directly beneath them is Chili, with her arm wrapped around Bluey. Many fans believe this scene is meant to symbolize Bluey as Chili's rainbow baby, the child born after the loss of another. Imagining an older sibling in the Healer family brings up some interesting questions. The what-ifs of life. Who would this sibling have been? Some believe it was an older brother, while others think it could have been a sister. How would he or she have fit into the family dynamic? We'll never truly know, but it's fun to imagine. Maybe this sibling would have been someone for Bluey and Bingo to look up to, a leader in their games, a partner in their adventures, and a protector when needed. It's the kind of thought that sparks curiosity, much like wondering about the different paths life could have taken. And who knows? That might just be a story worth exploring in another video. Through all its playful moments, Bluey teaches us something powerful. Remembering someone we've lost doesn't mean we can't also embrace the happiness in front of us. These hidden messages make it more than just an animated show. They add depth and meaning that resonate far beyond the screen. It's a reflection of real-life experiences, the joys, the struggles, and everything in between. And this hidden story serves as a quiet lesson in compassion. Because the truth is, we never really know what someone else has been through. Families, even the happiest ones, carry silent heartbreaks that we may never see. So whether it's the Healer family or a family in our own lives, we're reminded to be kind, to be gentle, to understand that behind every smile, there may be a story of loss, resilience, and love. Have you ever noticed any hidden clues about Bluey's possible older sibling? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. A lot of time and love goes into making these videos, so if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out and lets us keep bringing you more Bluey content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.